Welcome back to Journalist Hangout on Sunday, everyone, and I've been speaking with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Mayor Akinpelu. Gentlemen, let's move on quickly. It appears that the more efforts made by the Nigerian police to sanitize the force, the more corrupt elements strive to tarnish its image. The police headquarters confirmed the arrest of the operatives who allegedly extorted 3 million naira from a man in Bayelsa State, South Nigeria, at gunpoint. The victim, Kelechi Isaac, said he and his friends were stopped by 5 policemen while returning from a marriage ceremony and were relieved of the money at gunpoint. The force spokesperson, Olumiwa Dejobi, noted that the police will continue to ensure that unscrupulous elements in the force are dealt with and justice served. Let's hear from the victim, Isaac Kelechi himself.
On the 26th of August 2024, I and 2 of my friends were coming back from Ugeli, heading to Owerri, Imo State. So immediately after Patani, around Uji in Bayelsa State, we met police checkpoint. They stopped us, searched our car. They asked the 2 of my friends to give them their phone, which they did. And when they asked me to give them my phone, I refused. I said, I think we've passed this stage in this country. Even the IG said we shouldn't give any policeman our phone on the road. That if they think they want to investigate us or do anything with us, they should take us to the station. Immediately I said that word, they started beating me. That I'm proving stubborn, maybe I'm a terrorist or whatever. So they started beating me, and I said I won't release my phone unless I get to the station. So the beating became too much. They handcuffed me, tied my hand, made sure I had injuries. Like the thing became very much. Before I look, some of them started shooting guns, like they will kill the 3 of us and put us inside these bushes like we are bad people. So the pressure was much. I had to give them my phone. I opened my phone. But immediately I gave them my phone, the first place the guy went to is to read my message. I did the transaction then with my UBA account. So I've not read the SMS, the debit alert. So immediately he opened it. He saw my balance, 10,017,000 was in the account. Immediately he shouted, "Na them. We're like, "Na them what? What did you see?" He put me in the vehicle. He put me in the back of the vehicle. The other 2 of the policemen, there are 5 policemen in number, beating me in the car. Now this 10 million, I must give them 6 million from it. If not, so they will kill us. When the beating became too much, and I started negotiating with them. I started with 500,000. The beating became much again. Say, are we kids? Who will you give 500,000? Went up to 1.5 million. Beating again continuous. At the point, I said, instead of these people to kill me because of this money, and I said, okay, well, the last I can give to you guys is 3 million. They now agreed. Collected the 3 million. They said I would give them the 3 million. I said, okay. They now gave me back my phone to do the transfer. In fact, they were holding the phone with me to make sure I didn't open another app or do any other thing. So I did 2 million from my FCMB account, and I did 1 million from the UBA account. Of my accounts, I transferred 1 million to Jerry Ventures. And this is the account number of Jerry Ventures.
That's the same account number you transferred, the 2 million and 1 million?
No.
Okay, transfer this to 2 accounts.
Yeah, so this other account here. This other account here, I transferred 2 million to this account. There is no name on it, but this one, Yusuf. The name is Yusuf.
Okay.
It's on the tele, but this is it. This is the Yusuf, 2 million.
Gentlemen, this is another case of rogue officers who will eventually pay for being unprofessional. Mayor, let me start with you.
Let me first appreciate the Nigerian police, especially the Inspector General of Police, because we criticize police all the time, that they are corrupt, they do things. But since the coming of this Inspector General of Police, they've shown that they have this zero tolerance for corruption. If you complain, they will make sure that they fish out those bad eggs and bring them to justice. So that's why I'm particularly happy of what that happened. It's so sad what police people do. They never learn. I don't understand. They should know that we are in the social media age, where you can't just do anything you like. Even if you get away with it at that point in time, the guy can bring it to the fore, and then there will be pressure on the Inspector General of Police and his officials. And it's so easy to get there because you transfer money to a money point account. So it's easy to trace the owner of that account. Whoever the owner of the account, he will mention who the structure is to collect that money. And then it's so easy for you to know that if you complain, that, oh, you were robbed by some police officers at a particular unit, the state command knows those that were posted to that unit.
Yes.
So I don't know why these people think they can do things like this and get away with it.
Perhaps they don't care.
A lot of soldiers, a lot of police people, have been dismissed because of things like this, and they keep doing it. I don't understand. Why would they keep doing it? Because you can't get away with it. Times have changed. You can't in this social media era, you can't get away with things like that.
No.
At the point of view, first you are doing, because you have forced the guy to transfer the money, and the guy will transfer the money and leave, then the guy will make a lot of noise about it, and you will be identified. And now they are going to lose their command. They are going to get dismissed. You understand? They will lose their pension and whatever, how many years they've worked in the Nigerian police. They could even be, I'm sure they are even going to be detained and put on trial. I don't know why they keep doing this. But I want to commend the police hierarchy for doing this, because yes, we always blame them, we always blame the police, but this Inspector General of Police have shown zero tolerance for things like this.
Mikhail, perhaps we need stiffer penalties. I mean, it looks like dismissal and demotion isn't working anymore.
You know, it's working. It's working. Otherwise, there will have been far more cases, than we are getting. The truth is, there are so many bad eggs in the police. There are bad eggs everywhere, even in our profession, journalism profession. We have many bad eggs. The police are, in my view, the Nigerian professional body that is constantly reading its ranks of unscrupulous elements. How many times do we see lawyers expose the bad eggs amongst them? They hardly do it. How many times do bad judges get punished? The point I'm making is there are bad eggs everywhere, but the police has so many of them. Some never do well for want of any other job, for lack of any other job that they can do. They just, when they hear that they are recruiting to the police, they go there. Meanwhile, he is a simple-minded country rogue, but he will find himself in the police. So what do you expect? There are armed robbers. We've seen policemen who did worse things. Look at what happened in Kogi State now, the case that the former chief judge of Kogi handled. Hausa Fulani traders, they went to sell cattle. The money that they got, these guys waylaid them on the road and then murdered them and took their money. Unfortunately for them, one of those guys ran into the bush. He was the one who now made the complaint. And they rounded up all of those policemen. And the then Chief Judge of Kogi State decided to handle the case by himself. Justice Umarueri. He decided to handle the case by himself, and he sentenced them to death. How do you demonstrate that level of wickedness? Because you wanted to steal their money, you kill them. A bus loaded with human beings, you open fire, they kill their driver, they kill those guys. Except one guy that ran into the bush. All of them will have been killed. They didn't stop there. They set the vehicle ablaze. Yes. See that level of wickedness. You kill them with your guns, and then you set the vehicle ablaze to kind of kill any trace. Today, those guys have been sentenced to death, and if the governor of the state will find the courage to sign the death warrant, they will go and keep an appointment with God. But I still have to commend the police, because they are constantly looking within their ranks and removing undesirable elements. If every professional body in Nigeria can be like the police, constantly reading their ranks of unscrupulous elements, Nigeria will be a much better place to live in.
All right. Gentlemen, let's